Good morning, children. Hope you people are doing well. Let us continue with the lesson The Never Never Nest, Part 2. In Part 1, we have seen that Jack and Jill were a young couple who had a small baby. Jack was an easygoing personality who loved pleasures and comforts. Jill was a housewife. She was innocent. She was not so clever that she could not warn her husband about the financial insolvency in which they had to submerge because of buying all the things on installment basis. One day, Aunt Jane visited their house. She was at first surprised. How could they buy such a beautiful villa and all other things such as car, refrigerator, piano with the small income they would earn? She was a clever and practical woman. She says that if she were in their place, she would not buy all the things on the installment basis. She was such a practical woman at first. She supported their decision of buying a house on installment basis. She justifies that it was uneconomic to pay rent for the house when one could buy house on installment basis, but she opposed their decision of buying all the things on installment basis. She was astonished when she heard that they borrowed money on installment basis for repaying the installment from Thrift and Provident Trust Corporation. Aunt Jane does not understand the concept of buying things on installment. It disturbs her a lot. When she comes to know from Jack that all the things in the house were bought on installment, that really angers her. She does not want to sit on chair because only one leg belongs to them. They have yet to pay money for the remaining legs. Aunt Jane is very angry with Jack and Jill as they have bought all the things in their house on installment. In fact, she gets disgusted and she questions Jack about his earning. Jack says he was earning £6 a week. Then she asks him how much installment was he paying per week. So he tells her that he was paying an installment of £7 8 and 8 pence a week. She is even more surprised. She asks him how does he manage to pay the installment when they are more than his earning. So he simply shrugs his shoulders and says that he borrows money from Thrift and Providence Trust Corporation. This angers her. She says to pay the installment he was taking more loans and further getting into trouble. He doesn't like it and she wishes to leave the house. Jack asked her whether she would like to lie down. Aunt Jane gets disgusted at this. She says she is not going to trust herself in a bed that belongs to Mr. Sage or Mr. Mark or Mr. Spencer or somebody. Then she says that she wants to go back. Jack says that he would drop her at the station in his car. But Aunt Jane refused to travel in the car which doesn't belong to him. She prefers to go by bus. Aunt Jane was shocked at the way Jack and Jill run their family. She said that she had never owned a penny in her life. Cash down was her motto. Before she left, she gave £10 to Jill and told them to make at least one article completely there using that money. Jill thanks Aunt Jane for giving the check. Aunt Jane and Jack go out. Jill looks at the check and exclaims, £10. Then she hurries to the table, addresses an envelope, endorses the check, and slips it inside with a bill which she takes from the bag and seals the envelope. Then she rings the bell. In a moment, The nurse come in with the baby in her arms. She asked the nurse to post the envelope immediately. The nurse hands the baby to Jill, takes the letter and goes out. A second later, Jack comes in. He was happy that with the money given by Aunt Jane, he could pay 2 months' installment of the car. But Jill said he couldn't as she has already sent the money to Dr. Martin. Jill tells him that one more installment would make the baby really theirs. It arouses sympathy in the minds of the audience. So, children, I hope you people have understood the sketch. Here, the title Never Never Nest is very significant. What is a nest? Nest is a house. Nest is a home that Jack and Jill wanted to live in, that Jack and Jill wanted to own. What does never never mean? When you buy things on installment, and when you buy so many things on installment, there is always a possibility that the house would never really belong to you. They say money rules the world. But remember, children, it is we who rule the money. I hope you have learnt a lesson and you will be very careful when you start spending your money in future. I hope that you understood that buying things on installment are not always the right thing to do so. Always remember that you must spend whatever you earn carefully. There is a popular saying, a penny saved is a penny earned. Take down the home assignment, children. What surprised Aunt Jane most? Why? What would you have done with the £10 if you were Jack or Jill? Till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.